Welcome to the Office 2010 Help Series from Mary Thomas of Concise Training and Howard Aitken of Oxfordshire Computer Service. In this video we're going to be looking at how to use word tables to make laying out text and formatting text much easier. So in this example we have started creating a document which gives us the name of somebody who's attended a training course, the course that they have attended, and the date that they have attended it. Now we could keep going like this, but the chances are that at some stage it would all go horribly wrong because the name would be too wide and it would push everything else out, and then you'd have to start creating tab stops which don't normally work quite as well as you would hope. So what we can do instead, we've got halfway through it, so we can highlight all the text, and then we go to insert, and if we click down on the table button we convert that text to a table. I want to give it 3 columns, and it's already identified that I've separated by tabs, but you could select another character if you had separated using a dash or a space. So if we OK that, then it automatically puts it into a nice table for us. It identifies that we've got a header and has actually used a grey shading that we've set up as a default, and it's already bolded the names. Now if I click on this last cell and just press the enter key, the tab key, it will automatically give me a new row, so I can go ahead and type in some more information into there, and again pressing the tab key will give me another row. So I can come up to here and change the width of this table. I don't actually want it quite this wide, so let's make it a little bit wider by just clicking on the line. You can see as my cursor has changed as I go over the line, and then it's just moved that date. Let's just highlight that date and move it into the right place. So make these columns a little bit narrower. Okay, so that's starting to look a bit better. We can now identify different types of styles for our table. So as you can see, I've got different options up here. If I click down, then I've got lots and lots of different options depending on the table that I have. I quite like that one actually. That looks quite good. So what you can see, that one's done for me. If I just look at page print preview and zoom in on that, that's automatically removed the borders. It's put a blue heading on it, and it's made the heading text white, and it's bolded the names on the left hand side. So I think that actually looks quite good. Now this is right, so if I want to make more changes to that table, if I click on it, it will give me these table tools. I can choose to have banded columns or banded rows. I can choose without particular shading. If I want to choose the layout, this is quite a useful one. I can choose what size I want all my rows. If I highlight all my rows, then I can make them all a little bit bigger. So that might be quite useful if you're using this as a sign-in sheet, for example, and people actually have to write their names in. You'd want the width of the height of each row to be that little bit longer. If I want to insert more rows, I can insert below, or I can insert to the right. So let's put a insert to the right on there, and I can say something about preparation document sent. So I can do that and put a yes or a no in. Now that would probably look better if that whole column was centered, so we can do that up here. We can center the column. We can either center it so it's at the top, or I probably prefer centering it so that the Y is in the middle of the cell, if you can see that. And you can choose that for each of your cells exactly how you want it. This is quite a nice one, although probably not that applicable to this particular, is you can change the direction. of your text can be quite useful. That can be quite nice if you use it as a spine. If you create a one cell table and create it as a spine down the side, can look quite good. So a quick introduction to tables. The key to it is looking at the design and layout tabs, and that gives you more options. The sort button, for example, will sort. You can choose to sort by name. It identifies the fact that there's a header, so we can swap Joanna and Sally round, and it's obviously inserted a blank row there as well, because blank becomes before J. So a quick introduction to tables in Word 2010. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please contact Mary Thomas or Howard Aitken.